In this video, I'm going to show you the 10 questions that you need to be able to answer with your Instagram account, and then how we answer them using carousels and AI to establish belief, make more sales, grow your Instagram account, all of the things. So let's first look at the 10 questions quick, and then we're going to go into solving them for my friend Mike, who's a breathwork coach and is really big on YouTube, but hasn't grown as much on Instagram as he wants. So we're going to fix his profile in this video after we go over these questions. So, what are the 10 questions? So, number one, what category am I redefining, not just participating in, right? Because remember, we're shaping beliefs. So, you want to be, what category are you redefining it? Are you redefining, not just participating in? What lives or half truths am I rejecting publicly? Am I publicly rejecting? What must be believed first before my method makes sense? And all these questions you're going to have to chew on for a little bit, but I'll show you how to use AI to get the answers really quick. What role do I play in my audience's mind? This is different if are you a guide, a guru, a practitioner, a challenger, a motivator? There's different things you can be. What makes this method repeatable, ownable, and immune to hype? What signals that I am a safe, scientific, structured alternative? What is the single next step for the right person? Right, this is a big one because lots of times people will say, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my email list, join my membership. What's the single next best step for the person? What proof dissolves skepticism without needing explanation? What am I making scarce and why? Is it time, coaching, access? What are you making scarce and why? What future identity am I offering? Who gets to claim it? What future identity am I offering? Who gets to claim it? So again, some sub questions. What kind of person uses this? Do I show who they become after doing the work? If this is serious. But so these are the main 10 questions. And people never talk about these questions. People are always, share more tips, provide more value, blah, blah, blah. These are the foundational questions that you need to be able to answer in order to shape belief and become the expert in the minds of the consumers that you're trying to attract. So I took these questions. I've been messing around with AI and creating some stuff for Mike here. So first, let's look at Instagram. What are the places that we want to look at in order to shape belief? So we have the profile picture, we have the bio, we have the link under the bio, then we have highlights, which he does not have highlights here, which we'll talk about adding them. And then we have pinned posts. So then when people land here, we want to be able to tell this story, shape belief. What is Mike redefining? Is he just participating in breathwork, or is he redefining the industry with his perspective and strategies? And so we definitely want him to be redefining the industry. And so we'll show you, we're going to start with the link in bio, and then we're going to talk about the highlights and the pin carousels, and we're going to create them as we go with AI carousels. There's a link below for AI carousels if you want. And I'm sharing this prompt in my school community, which there's a link below as well. It's free to join if you qualify. So let's get started. So I put those questions into AI, went back and forth with Mike's profile and AI. So I shared some screenshots of what it looks like. So AI has got a good idea where to start. And so let's get started. So step one, it says clarify the category that you own, right? So right now we want to update his bio. So actually, let's go to the bottom here. I did another one. All right. All right. So we want to update his bio. So the first thing we want to do is make it an evergreen version of the bio. So it says nervous system is greater than mindset. Breath work retains your baseline. Join the reset method below. And there's a little arrow pointing down to it. And so that's really good. So I'm gonna hop over here and send this to him. Whoops. All right. So now he's got that. And then let's look at the three pin posts. So why are we pinning these posts? So the first one is going to be one-off breath work doesn't work, right? So we want to establish these beliefs. And here's kind of the titles, but I have them more developed down here. So carousel one. And so we're going to just grab this and we're going to go over to AI carousels and make it. Let's see here. All right. So we're in AI carousels, paste it, and let's see how it works. So this is a pin post. So he'll post it on Instagram and then he'll pin it to the top of his feed. And so these are the colors we have right now. So let's see what colors they recommend. All right, so it says background color. We want this white. So let's go over here. Let's get his background color set. Bam, and once this is set, then we can crush the rest of these pretty quick. Text color, we'll do this one. And then accent color. Grab the accent color, go over here. All right, so that looks pretty good. And let's see what they recommend for font pairing. They say Satoshi. So let's go find Satoshi. I'm not seeing Satoshi. Let's see what the other options are here. DM Sans. Let's try that. There we go. All right, good. All right, so this is a pretty good pinned post. So why one breath doesn't work? We're gonna delete that because I think that has too much. And then we'll say see what actually matters. Just a little bit better hook. The lie, the truth, emotional highs, release doesn't equal resilience. You need a method. All right, so pretty good. And then we'll say we're just gonna tweak these a little bit before we send them off. All right, so this is the first pin post and it's pretty solid. So we're gonna download that. And so that first pin post is the truth. That's the idea, is that we're telling them what the truth is. We're not even selling very hard. So let's go to the second slide here, right there, which is you're not broken, just dysregulated. First, let's send this over to Mike. All right, so we're hopping over to school. I'm just gonna drop pinned post. Good, so now he's got those. We're gonna go to the second carousel. Oh, gotta grab the second carousel now. Go over to AI carousels. We got the formatting, the text, and the font good to go. So this should be pretty quick going forward. Your nervous system, you're not broken. Your nervous system is just overwhelmed. All right. We're going to delete all this. See what is. The problem is your mindset. See what is. Healing isn't mental, it's physiological. We're going to try to get rid of these M dashes. I might miss a couple of them because ChatGPT uses them all the time. If used correctly, your body isn't resisting healing. M dash, it's protecting you. All right. Most tools give temporary relief. The reset method teaches baseline regulation. You don't need more breakthroughs. You don't need more intensity. You need to give your body what it learn, safety, calm, control. All right. And so that's pretty good as well. So that's another pin to post for Mike. And so that one is, what is that? You're not broken, you're just dysregulated. Bam. Copy these and post number 2. All right. Now we're going to hop over here. We're going to get carousel number 3 started. All right. AI carousels, import carousel, import carousel. What is the reset method? Oh boy, I don't know if that's what the reset method is. Let's see if we can find that out. Does he say what the reset method is? Release, energize, smooth. Okay. All right. So we'll say update the third carousel with this info. Now we know what the actual reset method is. We're going to copy this. This will be the third pin post. So this is really like the offer. All right. Let's get an updated version of the third pinned carousel. All right. Let's read these real quick because I was reading them in my head. What you learn inside the reset method. Delete that. Release. Unlock your ribcage, diaphragm, posture. Energize. Learn to sleep deeper, recover faster, soothe, embody, tolerate. And then this slide is all over the place. All right, pretty solid. So we're gonna send that one over to him. So then he'll have his 3 pin posts. We're gonna create some highlights for him next. And then that way people will be able to land on his profile and they'll be able to understand what he is about and if they're a good fit. And pin post number 3. All right. Now let's make these highlights. I want to create the highlights for him now. Get started with number 1 in a carousel format. All right, so get these highlights in, and then he'll be off to the races. All right, so this is the start here highlight. I don't like these long first slides. Most breathwork is designed to give you a feeling. It feels powerful, emotional, but doesn't change what your nervous system does tomorrow. Feeling better is not getting better. This page teaches something different. The goal isn't to feel more. Reset. Good. Got one highlight down. He's rolling now. And so we'll grab this one. Bam. And let's see here. Oh, look at these, like these. Highlight number 1. All right. Let's go to highlight number 2. Let's go to highlight number 2. All right. Go to AI carousels, import carousel, paste, and let's see what we come up with patiently. I'm gonna have some of my pre-workout. I'm gonna delete that. Nervous system 101. You're not broken. Your system is stuck. Your nervous system has one job. This down. Survival. Most tools manage symptoms. Regulation is a trainable skill. Breath is the remote control. That one's good. And part of the reason why we're creating these so quick is I have worked with that AI quite a bit to design and dial in the responses, so they're really solid. All right, highlight number 3. Yes, give me highlight number 3. I don't want testimonials. I don't want a testimonials highlight. Should we replace it or scrap it? All right. We're scrapping that one. So we're just gonna go to this next one. Highlight number 3. Find out why. Go to this M dash. You've been managing symptoms, not retraining your system. You've learned mindset, but not nervous system mechanics. You've confused intensity with progression. You've Never had a system, just sessions. It's pretty good. Get rid of that. All right, we'll send it this last highlight here. I think this is the last highlight. Let's see here. Is that the last highlight? Or do you recommend more? Bam. All right, and he's asking me how my office hours work. Yes. Yes, I log in most days, making a video right now as I'm sending you these. Haha. All right, let's see if we want extra ones. Okay, let's do it. So it recommends one more highlight. Is this right for me? And then I'm gonna make this highlight, and then I gotta get him the correct names for the highlights, because that also shapes belief. Is the reset method for you? This is right for you if you've tried everything, but nothing sticks. You're open to structure, not just feeling better. This is not for you, F. This breath. All right, let's download those. All right, getting better at this stuff, getting faster. ChatGPT is getting a little better. All right, sending him last highlight and say, what do you recommend I name each highlight? Recommended highlight names. Send that over to him. All right, so let's take a look at what we've created. All right, so we've optimized his bio. We created 4 highlights, which you can't see the highlight spot here, but we've created 4 highlights, and we created 3 pin posts, and they're all following this brand, which is really clean and professional, right? So when people land on his page now, they'll know what he offers. They'll know if he's a good fit. They'll know that he's not just another breathwork coach, but he's redefining the industry and pushing against some of the common ideas. Cool. So that's all. If you want a breakdown like this for your Instagram, you can join my school group if you qualify, and people who qualify, I'll build a carousel for you and I'll do a breakdown of your Instagram and how you can use it to shape belief more and get more clients. Love to have you in there. If you want a link to AI carousels, there's a link below this video, and I will see you guys on the inside.